everybody, and welcome to the Meet the Expert virtual edition. Very excited about our guest today, my friend, Mr. Alvaro Paredes, Principal of Design Lab. Welcome to the Meet the Expert, Alvaro.
Thank you very much, Mauro. Pleasure to be here.
Design Lab is a hospitality design firm offering master plan, architecture, and interior design. Alvaro worked in several projects in Spain and UK before moving to Southeast Asia. He's currently working and based in Vietnam. The whole company is based in Vietnam, but they're busy both in this country and outside, doing mainly hospitality projects, but also residential. So today we'll ask Alvaro a few of his opinion on the hospitality markets and probably the recovery or looking into the future. So I'd like to start by just asking a very general introduction into how your team is doing and what you're doing and how you are coming over this period.
Right. Thanks, Mauro. Thank you for having me here. It's an interesting question. I have to say, so far we haven't experienced a huge impact. I'm not saying that it's not coming. So far we haven't experienced. I think we have, bear in mind that the scale of the project we're working on is medium to big scale. So we are talking on project that will have from 18 to 24 months of construction. So I think many clients, they realizing that they're not necessarily stopping the design process and keeps going. And that's why some project we experience a little bit of slowdown, but it's mostly the project down the final stage of the concept, of the design. The ones that are in the middle of the design so far, they're still doing okay.
So your team's still busy and fully active. You guys working remote still now?
Since beginning of this week, we start having some guys in the office, not the full team at all, below, I think, following the government regulation, I think below 10 people. And it's mostly for coordination, especially some concept designs that you need to coordinate closely. Those are the teams that are going alternatively. The rest of us, we are working remotely. I'm at home. And a lot of the clients, traveling completely stopped. So actually using Zoom, using Skype, I think we all realize there's a lot of things we can coordinate from home remotely. No ideal, but I think it's been better than what we thought at the beginning it was going to be. So we can't really complain about that.
Yes, a lot of people are learning how to work in remote. That will definitely affect the travel industry in terms of business travelers. Okay, sure. My second question is still looking into the future, and we always like to do. We all expect a recovery, of course, but what kind of recovery we will see in the future, we still don't know. So I'll ask your opinion into that. What do we see? What do you see it coming?
Okay, I think particularly in Vietnam, I think it's a country that is done or is doing very well to contain the pandemic. The numbers that we see are amazing, especially when you compare with other countries like Spain or Italy, of course. So my feeling is that Vietnam will recover faster than other countries and will need to rely a lot on domestic traveler. I don't think we will see a lot of Europeans, for example, or Westerners in general, traveling for quite a bit of time. I'm talking from Spain, a country that I know. I'm from there, and I don't see the government opening the borders or allowing to travel very soon. However, I think Vietnam is almost 100 million people country. The domestic travel is huge. And I think a lot of hotels, a lot of local business, airlines, I think they will recover pretty quick from the strength that the domestic traveler has, I think.
Okay, yes, we've been talking about a lot on these domestic travelers, which is to the key of the recovery. But let's just focus still on the travelers industry and see, from your point of view, will the travel change in terms of behavior? Will they looking for something different than were looking for before, maybe a bit more security, safety, or you will go back as it was before? And also, will this affect the design of hotel? And do you feel already that clients are asking for additional safety into the design?
Okay, first part of the question, I think my feeling is it will get back to normal, but it will be on a medium time. I don't think it will be on a short period. So I think the traveler behavior will change. I don't think we will see that traveler that with 25-year-old, he's been on 5 continents already and all this. I think the traveler will still travel, of course, but will be a little bit more medium distance. I think a lot of people is been stuck far away from home and they realize about this. So I think that might change. More into Vietnam, I think some destinations that are reachable by car, I think that will be probably big winners. I'm talking about Ho Chi Minh, I'm talking about Phan Thiet, I'm talking about Mui Ne, and in the north, of course, you have Ha Long, you have Ninh Binh, you have many areas. I think, including myself, I think people is more, airports, planes, and this and that. So I think if you can reach destinations by car, that would be a good plus for many of them. And now, from design point of view, I definitely, I think this will change. At the end, you design hotels for 50 years. Okay, the hotel is going to be there for 50 years. So you can't really change completely the brand standards and this and that. But I think for the next few years, definitely things will change. Maybe you see in Hong Kong, they're starting to do restaurants where you have the glass fence between one guest and the other one. I think those are temporary solutions, but who knows? At the end, the hotels, they need to open, they need to run. And I think if they need to go through these measures for 1, 2 years, 6 months, they will end it up doing. But I don't think it will be a huge change on the brand standards and all that.
Excellent. And just to add on that, so it seems that we really rely on a lot of local travelers, and you mentioned a few times, and destinations that are reachable by car. If you have to design something for local travelers versus your international type of crowd, would you make any change, or pretty much you see the Vietnamese kind of behavior into traveling very similar to a foreign try to be able, or usually Vietnamese travelers are looking for something different in design than the international?
Okay, I think if we look at the business traveler, I think the Vietnamese business traveler is pretty much international business traveler. They're looking for good Wi-Fi, they're looking for a comfortable room, they're looking for a desk, they're looking probably for a bar where you can have a beer after the day. So I think that's pretty much the same. If we are looking more into the leisure traveler, I think the Vietnam is still very related with the family. So they travel in families. So I think probably hotels with big size of rooms, hotels that are flexible, that allow you to, have 1 or even 2 extra bed if needed. Most of the time it's not really related to cost, because at the end they pay and all that, but it's it's more family related. I think these kind of hotels might perform better in the short term with the local traveler.
Excellent point. And I think we've been discussing that a lot, especially when it comes with second home type of product that are integrated into the resort, where always the discussion is how many bedrooms shall I have in my second home villa. That depends also on the local traveler. So it's interesting that now seeing this shift into actually Vietnamese travelers, we may see an impact into design. Okay, thank you very much, Alvaro, to be with us today. Hopefully you come to our next event. Hopefully we have you speaking in our next event, and hopefully I will see you very soon for a beer or a drink when Ho Chi Minh City reopen the door. Thank you very much.
Looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Mauro. It's been a pleasure.